We have fallen in love with the history and legacy of downtown St. Joseph. And if, like me, you're tired of losing historic structures to the wrecking ball or to fire, you need to stick around and listen for an opportunity to partner with us to not only save, but celebrate the past and the future of this amazing city. There is something truly amazing happening at 2nd and Francis. I'm Tim Doyle, Director of the Restoration Project. And for the past 5 years, we've been working on bringing this beautiful 150-year-old warehouse back to life. The results have so far been rewarding. We've concluded that this building and her sister to the west were built sometime in the mid-1850s, making them two of the oldest structures left in the original blocks of downtown St. Joseph. We know that the Planters House Hotel, for instance, was here in 1859 when Abraham Lincoln stayed there while he was running for president. So the buildings have to be at least that old. So much history is contained in these two structures, like a time capsule from the past. They've housed everything from a horseshoeing stop to produce cellars, a carpentry shop, boarding house, broom factory, even a saloon. But perhaps one of the most unique areas is this large space that once housed a natatorium, or indoor swimming pool. From 1897 to 1914, this was a place where patrons had the rare luxury of coming in out of the heat to cool off and wash away the dust and cares of the day. With water furnished from the nearby Missouri River, architectural evidence in the building still exists as a reminder of that bygone era. We feel there's so much history here, so much of the character of the early golden days of St. Joseph's beginnings. It's a story that needs to be told, one that should not be forgotten. But opening these old warehouses up as public spaces once more has proven to be a daunting task. We've certainly come a long way in the 5 years since work began, and it's been a slow process, but definitely a labor of love. And the investment is already paying off. Over the past 5 years, we've hosted events such as the Big Muddy Mini Makers Fair, Missouri Western State University operas, barbershop chorus concerts, and our own annual Vintage Christmas Open House, just to name a few. It's also the home of Restoration Church, a young and growing congregation that is helping clean up and bring the west end of the city back to life. It's been a daunting task, but the reception we've received from people seeing the space for the first time tells us that we're onto something big. Bringing a 150-year-old structure up to modern city code has been a challenge, mainly a financial one. I'm so proud and grateful for the people who've helped make it possible. We've come a long way, but we've still got a long way to go. And I believe it's worth it. I don't want to lose another historic structure to the wrecking ball or to fire, as we've seen far too often in recent days. As a nonprofit 501c3 organization, the Restoration Project is a great option to consider as you look for places to invest your resources where they'll do the most good. Not only will you be receiving a tax-deductible charitable donation credit, you'll also be helping restore a piece of St. Joseph history that is worth preserving. Every dollar you invest in this restoration will go toward that cause, I guarantee you that. Together, we'll create a space that will not only be a benefit to the citizens of our city, but serve as a destination for visitors as well to learn more about St. Joseph, our great legacy, and ensure that her best days are still to come. I'd love to talk with you further about this project in person and certainly answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for allowing me to share this opportunity with you and for considering partnering with us to preserve this remarkable historic structure for future generations. We believe, as the old sign atop the Corby building 100 years ago declared, that St. Joseph is indeed a city worthwhile. I'm excited to see what we can build together to make sure it continues to be so.